I am known for doing unusual level 1 strats, and I thought that it would be interesting to try and teach you why I do it more successfully than just your average Scion. I believe besides just pure experience, I think it comes down to just having a good comprehension of when to do it and when not to do it. I don't do these things every single game. There's usually a purpose. This game you're watching, we are against a Fiddlesticks, which means we know he's starting on the blue buff. And on the flip side, I'm up against Irelia. I don't necessarily want to verse Irelia in a 1v1. She has the edge, which means I can mess with the enemy jungle, get my jungle a lead, and force Irelia to push the wave in. If I force Irelia to push that wave in, the lane's going to enter a state where the wave's just bouncing and we can free farm. That's ideally what you want in these matchups that you're not comfortable in, and we can do that while winning a different lane at the exact same time. Two birds, one stone. I've already fully committed. I don't intend on going back to lane until I'm dead. I'm tanking this blue as much as I can. I then head over to the Gromp to prep that. I suicide on this to allow Karthus to kill it as quick as possible, also allowing me to die, then teleport to lane and catch the wave. From here on out, the wave is just going to bounce from one side to the next, at least until level 6. On my way back to lane, I noticed that both mid laners are level 5 and Talon is kinda low, which means Malphite's pushing to get level 6 to try and kill him. They're both aiming to do the same thing, but I know that this means they're gonna stick around. Malphite is gonna be very keen to get those minions, allowing me to get a potential free kill. I hold my E until after Malphite Qs, he steals the speed from me, and then I apply my slow after it rather than doing it first. Easy kill, pretty much shuts down any hope of Malphite winning the mid lane. We've now played a direct hand in helping our jungler get a lead. We've now impacted the mid lane as well. The only lane we've yet to conquer is our own. It's somewhat difficult to do that against Irelia. Even if you had to lead, once they get to play the Ruin King, you automatically lose. Fiddlesticks tries to gank top, and I run towards his base. There's no point trying to fight them or trying to ult towards your tower. Best to just run towards them and try and create some kind of interference. Anything to slow them down rather than just giving them free gold. This next one is kind of confusing. I want you to tell me, which team do you think profited the most? Blue team or red team? Starts off with enemy Amumu getting first blood onto me. I then trade back by killing the Kaiser, so both supports have gotten one kill. They have more gold. You can see all three members are quite injured. They don't get time to back. I teleport back in with my boot upgrade, and I can see the enemy Amumu is still in the mid lane fighting. He somehow manages to pick up the Silas. We trade back. Our ADC Draven then picks up a kill. So now Amumu's on 2 kills, I'm on 1, and our Draven's on 1. Unfortunately, I missed the smite onto Kindred's buff, but I did take his Raptors. He swaps over to try and kill the Krugs, and in the meantime, Amumu shows back up once again. He's then forced into a little scuffle with me. I clear his ward out and then immediately cross back over to the blue side. I don't hide it. The Kindred knows I'm going to be there. I'm not too worried about Kindred showing up because he should be relatively low. We got him below half at the red. We're now taking the Wolves. It's very likely Kindred has either used his smite to kill the Krugs, or he's saving it for the blue, so I can use mine. We clear that up, so it's now 2 camps to 2 camps, I believe. Fortunately, my smite is now available. Amumu, still level 1, shows up and kind of screws me over, but I end up stealing the blue, which is still okay. Irelia takes that kill, takes the blue buff to the top. Amumu then goes mid, kills our mid laner once again. While he's doing that, I've passed bot. Kaiser's in a very awkward position. This allows me to tank the tower whilst giving Draven his second kill. Both of us are now trying to recall to spend that gold, and Amumu shows up, cancels my TP. Draven fortunately got back. I'm able to bait the Amumu under the tower, which gives me additional free gold. So which team do you guys think ended up profiting the most from this? It is quite tough to tell. Let's break down this late game Sion team fight. Notice where I am on the map. I am in position to walk into this team fight. The fight's engaged, so I could make it there if I wanted to, but I choose to teleport between the Malphite and the Rengar. At this point in the game, the Rengar was the biggest threat, and just dividing up their team is always the smartest choice. I then engage back into the team and ignore the person I hit completely. He's just a tank. I'm trying to get through to the damage sources, which is the Orianna. I'm doing this whilst also paying attention to my team's location. And it's about really sticking to her. I'm trying to get in front of her at any moment I can, and I don't let that stop me from chasing once she's dead either. It looks like Kai'Sa might be able to get away, except that I'm so tanky, I could take a million of those tower hits and be fine. Fast forwarding through the game, I end up split pushing. I'm trying to take advantage of the massive lead I have over the Malphite. If he comes to the side lane, I'll take all the towers while he attacks me. It doesn't bother me. They end up sending the Orianna because she's probably the only one who has a shot at defending the towers. Unfortunately, my team wasn't able to win the 4v4. I assumed they would. I was wrong. And I have to think quickly. I look at the amount of minions that the enemy team has. They're grouped as 5, but they only have a couple of minions. And I'm assuming that the Ezreal and Karma have the potential to kill those minions, which means if I just hold this wave and kill it, they have no choice but to go for the Baron. And this is great because it is a trap. The biggest trap. There's no way they take this Baron without me completely demolishing them. Set up my ultimate to hit the champion that is least likely to dodge my ability, which is the Zyra. The enemy is trapped in the pit and there's nothing they can do. Everyone falls but the Orianna, and she's unable to hold the towers. So this results in a clean victory for us.
Y'all ain't on this level, bitches, Tilterella.